a fundraiser for an amazing organization called Sharing Excess. And I think Zoe from Sharing Excess is here. Oh, there you are. I'm like, where'd you go? Do you want to come have a seat and tell us about, your organization?
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Zoe. I'm the Community Engagement Manager for Sharing Access. I'm not sure if you've heard of our organization, but we're a Philly-based food rescue nonprofit. Put simply, our mission is to rescue food and feed people. How we operate is we first identify areas of surplus or excess food in the community. So we're partnering with farmers, grocery stores, wholesalers at the produce market, and they'll donate their excess or surplus food to us. We sort through it, and then we redistribute it back out into the community for free. So we partner with mutual aid organizations, food pantries, church pantries, you name it. It was awesome to be here. Every dollar donated helps us provide 12 meals. So looking around the room, we made a huge impact today. So thank you again for coming here. I'm here to also promote our volunteer opportunities. If anyone's interested, we have opportunities available like 6 days a week, either helping us sort through that produce, or we also have free food distributions around the city. We call them our free food farmers markets. So I'll hang out at the end of class if you guys have any questions. Thank you so much.
It's an amazing organization, and thank you so much for all that you do. Where to find Sharing Access to volunteer? Also, like a lot of you have high school age kids, and volunteering is like part of it. Over to Zoe.
Yeah. So I'll hang out after class. We have flyers with QR codes, but you can just go on our website, sharingaccess.com. I guess I can talk also a little bit about the impact of the organization. We only started in 2018, and to date, we've rescued over 220 million pounds of food. Rescuing across the country.
Okay.
But in Philly, at least, we're rescuing about 250,000 pounds every week. So still, it's lots of cheesesteaks that get there. We need all the hands we can get. I guess the stat to leave you guys with is if we rescue just 10% of the food that we grow in this country, we could hypothetically solve food insecurity and fill that meal gap. So if you want to donate your time, your money, or just even being here today is still a step in that direction. So thank you so much.
Got chills, yeah. Thank you. And there's a mother instinct, I think, in every one of us, regardless of, literal identities, that just we feel fed when we feed others. Do y'all relate to that? I'm obsessed with feeding people. I don't know if that's just a Jewish mother thing or just an every human thing. It just feels good. I think it's an intrinsic code that we feel fed when we feed others. So I can't thank you enough for your work, your organization's work, and for everyone for choosing to be here in our little yoga stable, helping to create in all the little ways just more stability in a world of so much instability. I've been abandoned. But I'm used to it, so it's okay. Mom wound. I'm on my own here today, so I'll be on the mat teaching, but I'll try to have eyes out as well. But do know when I'm glued to my mat and we live stream, which is why I like to have someone on the mat for the folks at home, that I've been teaching yoga long enough now that I try not to do this anymore, but that I can teach with my eyes closed. I know our tendencies well, and so I'm always cueing to what's going on in at least part of the room. And actually being able to be on my mat today is kind of a gift to myself as well. Yoga has helped me so much heal my own mother wounds. I do want to say Happy Mother's Day to the mothers in the room, and I also want to say Happy Mother's Day to anyone who has any tenderness or grief around this day. I think I was reading somewhere that it's 27% of adults have a mother wound. And I thought that was such an interesting statistic because in our yoga tradition, which is in devotion to the Divine Mother, she's down here, Three Queens Yoga is in reverence to the Divine Mother, the Great Mother. And in our tradition, all of our yoga practices are in service to tuning into that voice within every single one of us. And in our tradition, there is this like premise that every single being has a mother wound. And it's either like too much nurture or too much neglect. And I was the neglect side, so as a result, I am smothering my children, and I'm like fully aware and like I have peace around that. Like none of us gets out immune or exempt. We're all sort of born into this world screaming, crying, covered in blood, and cut from the wound. So that's our original wound. It was so interesting. Many of you know that like my favorite text of the yoga tradition is the Devi Mahatmya. I'll often bring it to class and read from it. And I got it out and I like knew what I was gonna read from today and yada, yada, yada. It's basically, I read it in Shavasana. It's like all the aspects within yourself where the great mother resides, and it basically covers all the bases. Like she pulses in every single cell and fiber of your being. But I left my book at home today, so again, like the teachings are definitely pulsing in me as me through me, but I don't get to recite it today. I apologize. Maybe I'll try to do it on social medias later. But it was interesting because I was like rereading parts of it that I haven't reread for a while. And in like the early part of the book, maybe like the intro before you get into the text, it's referencing these mothers from ancient Vedic times that were violent, and they torment the children. I'm sorry. That's probably not funny for a lot of people, but I've done a lot of work in healing. And I do torment my own children, which is why it makes me laugh. My parenting style is like smother and psychological warfare, and like a lot of love. But it just kind of tickled me this morning, like in all seriousness, that there are these voices within ourselves that I think are also echoes of the mother that we like torment ourselves, right? And so I really want to like offer with sincere tenderness today's practice to like being tender. And if you have any echoes or whispers or maybe like loud yelling of that voice of torment, to greet those aspects of yourself today is not something that needs to be repressed, ignored, denied, eliminated, but that just if you listen, maybe the tone changes. Like usually those are the parts of ourselves that we think we need to like heal or reject or deny or repress, and it just makes them louder and more haunting. And I invite you to tune in to like just the ancients there. And that like maybe if we listen a little closer, and and we talk about this in October a lot, like we all have like our demons and the voices that haunt us. And again, I think, bless you so much. Hi, I didn't even see you sneak in there. Is like whispers and echoes of this original wound. Through the lens of yoga, again, this will be like a little woo. I think we tend to take our wounds very personally, and I'm not here to dismiss that at all, but also like the Gita reminds us to see ourselves and all of this through the lens of eternity. And when we start to like look at those voices inside of us as like not personal, it's gonna shift the tone in the relationship. So that, like I even like look at you all and think of this space, and then I promise we're gonna do yoga. This is yoga. Like this all for me was born of my mother wound. Like desperate to please and yearning for stability and connection. And like now we have this yoga community. Yoga literally means connection in a stable. And you know, I hope you leave a little pleased. I'm starting to grow a little bit out of that part, but it's not lost on me that there is so much beauty and wisdom and character in the wound if we just face it. And again, if it's a light day, you know, if there's like sweetness in the memory or the presence of a mother figure, to you all happiness. And if there's anything else or other mixed into that bag, you know, happy tenderness. May today be a practice of tenderness with yourself. I would like to start laying down in the lap of the earth today. And as you lie down, just make sure that most of your props are within hand's reach, that you can reach your props. And just take a moment as you recline to notice how you are and where you are. You do you. I should say that, sorry, if anyone's new here today, everything I offer is an invitation, not an obligation. Feel free to take it or leave it. Part of the neglect model of the environment that I grew up in was just take it or leave it. And I think there's value and wisdom in that. So again, this is a take it or leave it model of yoga. I think what that cultivates is a lot of autonomy. And just let the meaning of the word autonomy, whatever the word autonomy means to you, sort of land inside you. See where it wants to land. To be autonomous, to nurture. The entire physical practice of yoga is first and foremost in service to the breath, to the gift of life, the true gift of life that fills us, surrounds us, and connects us to ourselves, to each other, and all that is. Invite a deeper breath in and a longer breath out. In the sort of yoga cosmology, the divine feminine aspect is composed of all the masculine energies. Like they all come together, all the gods, and in their collective togetherness, she emerges from all of them being together. And she consolidates herself into the form of the breath and pours life into all that is in order to see herself and express herself in you, as you, through you. And in so doing, there's like a cosmic play of peekaboo. She conceals herself in you in order to reveal herself as you, or a cosmic game of hide and seek. She hides herself in you. Yeah, nah. Love it. Okay, just a friendly reminder to silence your phones. She conceals herself in us to reveal herself as Kesha. Is that Kesha? I don't even know how I knew that. In your laughter. She's the source of your laughter. She hides herself in you so that you can seek her as you and in all that is. And the physical practice of yoga is an opportunity to align ourselves and engage ourselves and stretch ourselves through aligned engagement so that the breath, the gift of life, this divine animating force of energy can flow and pulse and move in us, as us, through us, more deeply, more fully, more freely. And in turn, we live more deeply, more fully, more freely. That's the fluency in yoga. If not already, please bring your hands to your low belly. Thumbs ever gently touch right below your navel, and index fingers gently touch right at or above your pubic bone. Let the hands be soft, gentle, tender. And as you inhale deeply, fully, feel the breath rise up into the palms of your hands. Pause at the top. And as you exhale, feel that softening of your center. If you're pregnant, I invite you to continue to follow the currents of the breath. Slow down the beginning of the inhale. Take it to the top and watch as the top of the inhale pours out into the exhale. Slow down the beginning of the exhales and watch how at the bottom of the exhale it pours into the inhale like a Mobius strip. Just a fluid transitioning of one part of the breath right into the next. And if it feels accessible to you, I invite you, again, as long as you're not pregnant, to pause at the top of the inhale for 4. Keep the beginning of your exhale slow. Pause at the bottom of the exhale for 4. The beginning of the exhale is slow. Trace the breath, making each side of each breath a little slower. Pause in the space at the top of each breath. Pause in the space at the bottom of each breath. And visualize this as a dance with the breath, a dance with the gift of life that fills us, surrounds us, and connects us. And for the next 3 rounds, this is not at all an invitation to cause any strain or subjugate or control the breath, but I invite you to pause at the top of the breath for as long as you can. Wait for the exhale to insist itself. And when you must exhale, slow down the beginning of the exhale. Take it all the way down to the bottom. At the bottom, see if there's any more to gently press out. Pause at the bottom of the breath for as long as you can. Wait for the inhale to insist. Bathing in breath, slow down the beginning of the inhale. Slow, deep, full. Pause at the top for just as long as you can. And slow down the beginning of the exhale when it insists. 1 or 2 more rounds at your own pace, just dancing with the breath. And at the bottom of the next exhale, release all effort and let the breath breathe you. And notice how just by turning this amount of attention, of awareness to the breath delights in the light of your awareness. Can stretch your legs out long, reach the arms overhead, take a huge breath in, exhale with an audible sigh. Bend the legs, feel both feet on the ground. Can you locate your strap? Take the strap around the ball of the right foot. If you don't have a strap, you need a strap, just let me know. I'll bring it over. Got it. Take the strap across the ball of the right foot and stretch the right heel to the sky. You can keep the bottom leg bent with the foot on the floor, or you can make your bottom leg straight. Let the shoulders soften. Hold as high towards the foot as you can on the strap, while keeping the neck, shoulders, jaw soft and relaxed. Feel the parts of yourself that connect to the lap of the earth. And rather than thinking of yourself like on the ground, think of yourself in the ground. Take both sides of the strap into your right hand and open the right leg out to the right. Notice what you feel, how it feels, where you feel it, and breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. On your inhale, draw the leg up through center, switch hands, and slow motion, let the right leg traverse the midline to the left. And again, breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Just sort of notice what you notice, feel what you feel. You can roll on to the outer edge of that bottom leg, whether it's straight or bent. Like, really go for it. Inhale to center. And then keep the leg straight, keep the right leg straight, just release the strap, take a breath, and on the exhale, slowly float a straight right leg down to the ground, And just pause there. Take a notice to feel, to notice the difference from side to side, if any. Notice if the right leg feels longer, more grounded, more spacious. We'll bend the left leg in, take the strap across the ball of the left foot. Extend the left heel to the sky. The right leg can be bent, foot on the floor, or straight, heel on the ground. Find your breath. Notice what you feel, how it feels, where you feel it. Look for the more subtle sensations even. Take both sides of the strap in the left hand and open the left leg out to the left. Soften the jaw, neck, throat, shoulders. Belly breathing. Inhale the leg through center, switch hands. Let the left leg traverse the midline to the right. You can roll more to the right side. And we're really like giving the weight of being and the light of awareness over to the unconditional support of gravity, the lap of Mother Earth, to the unconditional presence of the breath, the gift of life. And as we sort of soften into those spaces, exactly where they come together, exactly where gravity and breath join together in their yoga is exactly how and where we find the self. We are the coalescence of these two great energies. Inhale to center. Keep the leg straight and strong as you release the strap and float a straight left leg all the way down to the ground. Notice if you feel more grounded, more spacious. Bend the legs, feet on the floor. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Let both knees fall gently to the right. Totally optional to place the right foot on top of the left thigh. And 2 or 3 of the deepest, fullest belly breaths that require the least amount of effort. Again, just looking for where the inhale spills into the exhale, where the exhale pours into the inhale. And making space in between each side of each breath, if and as you like. If that's something you like to play with it. If you don't like that play, don't play. On your inhale, draw the legs through center. As you exhale, let both knees fall gently to the left, outer edge of the left foot on top of the right thigh. Just beginning with these very grounding movements as we connect to the breath. And dial in to the fabric of the body, this channel of divine energy and power. On the inhale, legs through center. We'll draw the knees in towards the chest, thread your arms in between your legs and reach for the outer shins, ankles, or edges of the feet for happy baby. Tip to the left so the left knee presses towards the earth. Tip to the right, so the right knee presses towards the earth. You can rock gently from side to side in Supta Ananda Balasana, happy baby. It's a gesture of reverence to the you that you cannot even remember. Somewhere in the depths of the ocean of consciousness is the you that you don't remember, the happy baby. Before any of this life's imprints. Imagine that. And then bring the legs together, wrap your arms around your legs, around yourself, a moment to give yourself the sweetest, most loving embrace, to embrace the you that you are, the you that you have set out to become. If you have an intention for your practice today, you can consciously place that in the altar of the heart. And whether or not there is any particular intention for your practice today, allow yourself to become sensitive, receptive, and open to whatever it is your practice has to reveal to you today. A deeper breath in, feel the breath deep and full, and a longer breath out. At the bottom of that breath, we'll gently roll to the left side, press through the right arm, come into tabletop position. And as you come into tabletop position, feel free to pad your knees with your blanket. And just begin by linking breath and movement in the ways that naturally feel good. Notice what you feel again, how it feels, where you feel it. The sensation of connecting awareness to breath, breath to body. And when you're ready, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Claw the fingertips, spread the toes. Always the reminder to rest as needed in child's pose or any other comfortable posture. As you pedal through the feet, the legs, notice any areas of tightness. And again, notice the tone in relation to areas of tightness or tension, and just recognize that some of this tightness, some of this tension is literally what holds us together. And thank goodness for that, these human forms. On the inhale, we'll float the right leg straight up to the sky, look between the hands. Exhale, catch your lunge. Right knee and toes point straight ahead. On your inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Press through the ball of the back foot and press the back knee and thigh high to the sky. Can you feel your back leg get straighter, stronger, more stable in the back leg? And with stability in your back leg, can you bend your front leg a little deeper? Big breath in from the depths of your being, reach up and out through the fingertips. And as you exhale, take a big step forward, standing tall mountain. As you exhale, bend your legs, fingertips graze the earth. As you sit back, inhale, reach the arms up. Biceps by the ears. Think ears back, biceps back. Sit a little deeper. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Invite a deeper breath in and a longer breath out. Notice your feet on the ground. Maybe even the rhythmic beating of your heart, always present, intrinsically peaceful, utterly powerful and luminous, wherein the voice of the Great Mother resides, always present, never further than your breath. Release the hands. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the legs, fingertips graze the earth. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up, biceps by the ears. Super slow motion, lift the left heel up. Left heel to left butt cheek. Reach the left leg straight back. Find the earth with your left toes. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, plant the hands. Downward facing dog. Notice what you feel. Feel what you notice. On the inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, catch the lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Press the ball of the back foot into the earth and press the back knee and thigh up and feel the back leg become the source of your stability. What can't be seen but can be felt, as represented by the back leg, is your stability. As you bend the front leg deeper, feel that expansion of your center, making more space for more breath. Reach up from the depths of your being through the fingertips. And on your next exhale, big step forward, standing tall mountain. hands to heart. Again, find the feet on the ground, the beating of your heart, the steady flow of the breath. Release the hands, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the legs, fingertips graze the earth, follow your breath, not my voice. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Keep the balls of the feet heavy as you sit into the heels of your feet. And with the left heel deep in the earth, lift the right heel up. Right heel to right butt cheek. Stretch the leg back. Find the lap of the earth, both feet on the ground. Huge breath in. Exhale, plant the hands, downward facing dog. Drink the breath in, claw the fingertips as you spread the toes. And from the bottom tips of the shoulder blades, the bottom of the heart center deep inside, push through the arms to launch through the hips. Lift the heels high, bend the knees a little, and then press your thigh bones to the sky. Think up more than back. The bottom ribs in front tend to drop. Draw the bottom ribs towards the spine. And as you push through the arms, let the heels start to get heavier towards the earth. The expansion of the center. Inhale to plank. Exhale to lower towards the earth in the style of you. Chaturanga, knees up or down, or Chaturanga bypass. Inhale for cobra. Pause in your cobra for an extra breath. You can even sort of sway like branches in the breeze. Slide the palate back, claw the fingertips, and pull your hands energetically towards your feet. Make sure the feet are actively pressing into the earth. And on an exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. Spin the back heel to the earth. Inhale for warrior two. Stretch your stance. Stand your ground. And with the front knee and toes pointing straight ahead, pull the feet towards each other. Feel the legs engage from the ground all the way into the hips. And the tendency is to kind of tip forward, lean forward. Try to reach back to bring more weight, more grounded stability to the back leg. And as you stand into your back leg, notice if you can bend the front leg deeper. And hug the front heel in and guide the inner thigh open. Inhale to reverse the warrior, reach back, up and back. And on the exhale, right forearm to right thigh or right fingertips to the floor or a block as you reach the left arm overhead, Parsva Konasana. Belly breathing here. Through the nose, of course, spring allergies permitting. And on the exhale, touch the floor, downward facing dog. Perhaps notice what difference a difference makes from side to side. On the inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, catch the lunge. Back heel to the ground. Inhale for warrior two. Front knee and toes point straight ahead. Stretch your stance from the back foot walking back. Notice if you're leaning forward, reach back to center your gravity through the back leg. Top of the front thigh descends. Reverse the warrior. Offer it to the breath. Flow with the breath, in the breath. On the exhale, forearm to thigh, right arm overhead. Totally optional to bring left hand to the floor or a block. Belly breathing through the nose. On the exhale, turn through lunge, downward dog. Can rest here in child's pose or let the breath carry you through the linking vinyasa in the style of you. Think of yourself as a breath, the breath with a body. The typical experiences of a body with a breath. Think of yourself as a breath with a body. The divine adorns herself as you. She wraps herself up inside the gift of life in each and every one of us. On the inhale, we'll float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, catch the lunge. Pivot to the right for a wide-legged forward fold. And either take a strap or interlace your hands behind your back for a shoulder stretch. The strap is so that you can take your hands a little bit wider apart than having to interlace your hands, just to give yourself a little bit of space so that you can feel the shoulder blades come together on the back. And in the forward fold, the tendency is to kind of rock back in your heels, put a little bend in your legs, and tip into the balls of your feet. And staying heavy in the balls of the feet, press your thigh bones back so you're a little bit more leaning forward as you reach the arms up to the sky. Try to pull the hands or the strap apart, and then let the arms get heavier overhead. Shoulder stretch. In the standing forward fold, bow to the opening in your heart, in your chest, in your lungs, to the breath. On the exhale, release the strap. Turn the left knee and toes through lunge. Take it back to downward facing dog. Breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. On the inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Step it through to lunge. Pivot your feet to the left for the wide-legged forward fold. We'll turn the left knee and toes out a little bit and start to bend into your left leg, tracking your left knee over your left toes. Just bring your fingertips on the floor anywhere in front of you that feels supportive. Totally optional. Spin onto your right heel and turn your right knee and toes towards the sky and sit a little deeper towards your left heel. Try not to collapse into it. Push the left leg straight. Parallel the feet, walk the hands through center, fold right down the middle. It's a little taste of a pose known as Skandasana. As you inhale, get long through the spine, turn the right knee and toes out about halfway. Bend into your right leg, track the right knee over the right toes. You can walk your hands a little more to the right there. Think butt back. Totally optional. You can spin the left heel, spin onto the left heel. Sit a little deeper, left knee and toes towards the sky. Use your hands to support you. Push the right leg straight, fold right down the middle. On the inhale, get long through the spine, turn the right knee and toes through lunge, downward facing dog. Look for the breath, inhale to plank, exhale to lower in the style of you. Inhale for cobra, exhale for downward dog. On the inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, catch the lunge. Inhale to reach up, left knee and toes point straight ahead. Exhale, big step forward to balancing on your left leg, cross ankle over thigh. Reach forward as you sit back towards chair pose. Flex your right foot, spread the toes. If you feel steady, you might come more upright in the torso. Inhale to rise. Right hand finds the right foot. Hug the right knee to the midline and draw the right shoulder up and back. And just notice the movement in the standing foot. Try not to resist it. If you resist the instability, you'll fall. Good news, gravity, grace, the lap of the earth got you, catch you. You never fall and keep falling. That is good news, right? But if you just let there be movement, you'll actually be more stable. Hinge halfway forward for baby dancer. And as you squeeze the back knee into the midline, kick the foot into the hand. Now super slow motion, release the back leg. Bend your standing leg, find the earth behind you with your back foot. Crescent. Big breath in. Exhale, plant the hands. Downward facing dog. Is it getting warm? See, this is why we need assistance. I got it though. I can adjust the temperature and turn on the fans. Find your breath, breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. Let's try this. You guys are gonna love this. Climate control. Aren't you so glad people thought of this? Find your breath. Do you feel it yet? I feel it up here. It might take a while to fill the room. On the inhale, we'll float the right leg to the sky. Look between the hands. Exhale, catch your lunge. Inhale, reach up. On the exhale, take a big step forward to balance. Cross ankle over thigh and sit back into pigeon chair. And again, allow yourself to receive the movement in the standing foot and allow the support of the earth to impart stability. There can be instability and stability. The instability points to the stability. The stability points to the instability. Inhale to rise up. Imagine the hands of the earth, the hands of Mother Earth, holding your ankle, your foot. Hinge halfway forward, bracing you, holding you. Hug the knee, the back knee to the midline as you kick the foot back. Bind yourself to yourself, and then extend the leg long. It gets less stable when you release yourself and catch the lunge. Huge breath in. Exhale, plant the hands, downward facing dog. Rest in dog and child's pose, or let the breath carry you through the vinyasa. When in doubt, look for the breath. Let the breath turn you into your heart. Allow the wisdom of your heart, the voice of the heart, the voice of the Great Mother, to be your guide. We'll meet in downward dog. Take your time. On the inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. Bring your blocks high inside your front foot and bend your back leg. So you lower the back knee down, pad with a blanket as needed. You might walk your blocks a little bit to the right to help you find the right foot with the right hand. And then right there, the tendency is to kind of, again, drop down and forward into the front leg and foot. We want to shift the weight back from the ground of being, which is your hips, your pelvis. Shift your hips towards your back heel. You might have to scoot your front foot back. If you feel steady, bring your left hand to your left thigh. Activate that foot behind you. Again, a connection to what can't be seen, but can be felt. Back foot super active. If you feel steady, you might reach the left arm by the left ear. And as you press the back knee down and forward, slide the ribs back, shoulders back, head back. Maybe bend the front leg a little deeper. Wherever you are, however you choose to be, first and foremost, it's an offering to the breath. Gently release. Step the right foot forward. Step the left foot back. Lower the back knee down. Walk your blocks back. They could be inside the front leg or framing the front leg. When you can't walk the back knee back anymore, shift your hips back for runner stretch. Press the front heel down and back. Maybe walk the blocks back. Maybe walk the back knee back. Okay. Walk the blocks back, walk the back knee back. Press the back knee down and forward. And this is, again, another option. You can place a block at any height underneath your right thigh, right at the belly of the hamstring, and press the thigh into the block. Wrap the left hip forward, the right hip back. One more of the deepest belly breaths. And then we'll inch the back knee forward, bend the front leg. Did anyone get any torment in there? Anyone hear that? I'm sorry. Maybe that was just me, really loud on the inside. Downward dog. Pedal the feet, feel the difference, if any, from side to side. Notice the newfound space from listening or seeking the tight parts, the dark corners of the self, the overlooked parts. When we seek the overlooked parts of the fabric of our being, we become more spacious. Left foot through to lunge. Lower, no, that's not true. Right foot through to lunge. Lower the back knee down. Blocks high inside your front leg. Pad the back knee with a blanket as you like. Bend the back leg, left hand for left foot. Again, if you can't reach, let me just turn it this way. Is that true? Like, what's happening? Like if I can't reach here, if I walk the blocks over, it brings that back foot well more within reach. And then you can stay there or come back inside the front leg. The tendency is to drop down and forward. We want to shift the hips back. Maybe scooch the front foot back. If you feel steady, hand to thigh, arm to sky. Press the back knee down energetically and drag it forward like you're pulling it through sand. And as you press the back knee down and forward, slide the rib cage back. Can you feel that? Head back, biceps back. One more belly breath. And then gently release, find your blocks. Big step forward. Is it true if I say right foot steps back? Okay, thank you. Shared truth is a precious thing. Walk the back knee back, walk your blocks back. And I gotta say, like, especially for hips, pelvises that have bared pregnancy and childbirth, you might find this much more comfortable to bring your blocks inside your front leg and take that front foot a little wider, just by the nature of the widening of the hips and pelvis. If you still like it, framing the front leg, totally have at it. Just an invitation. Walk the back knee back, walk the blocks back. Walk the back knee back. When you can't walk it back any further, shift your hips back. Oh. Soften the jaw, the throat, the shoulders. Press the heel down and back. Maybe walk the back knee back. Every time you inch the back knee back, though, wrap that back hip forward towards the front of the mat and drag your front heel and outer hip back. And breathe in to whatever you want to call this or that. Maybe you insert the block under there. And the block gives you like a boundary there to press the thigh bone into, to help seat the thigh bone back into the hamstrings, to give the hamstrings the scaffolding, the structure, the support to safely stretch, to ground you and hold you. Gently release, walk the back knee forward, bend the front leg, walk the blocks forward, downward dog. You can stay in downward dog, sort of investigating the newfound space through which the gift of life that each breath offers flows now more deeply, fully, freely. Witness that, or let the breath carry you through the vinyasa in the style of you. On the inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Exhale, catch the lunge. Spin the back heel to the earth. Inhale for warrior two. Push the front leg straight, parallel the feet. With the feet parallel, turn your heels in. Bring your hands to your hips and bend your legs. Again, kind of like when we did Skandasana. We want the toes pointing towards the front and back corners of the mat and the knees right over the center of the foot. Sit as deep as you can. Slide the ribs back, shoulders back, head back, and as you inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sit deeper. Inhale, stand tall. Parallel the feet. Exhale, fold right down the middle. Turn the right knee and toes through lunge. Take it back to downward facing dog. On the inhale, float the left leg up. Exhale, catch the lunge. Spin the back heel to the floor. Inhale for warrior two. Push the front leg straight, parallel the feet, hands to hips. I feel like I hear this referred to as goddess pose, but strangely I'm getting a hit that I've also heard this referred to as horse pose. Has anyone heard that before? Yeah, okay, and like year of the horse. How did I not think of this sooner? Turn your toes out, heels in, bend your legs. Take the time in the setup to get the knees over the toes. We don't want toes out, knees in, or toes in, knees out. We want knees and toes aligned with each other. On the inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, sit deep. How low can you go? Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sit deep. How low can you go? Heavy on the outer heels and big toes of the feet. Hug the heels in as you guide the inner thighs open. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. Release the hands. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, how low can you go? Hug the outer heels forward and guide the inner knees back. Sit a little deeper. Inhale, stand tall. Parallel the feet, exhale, fold right down the middle. Find your blocks. Turn your right knee and toes out again like Skandasana or Goddess. So Skandasana is a pose named for the second generation god, Skanda, also known as Kartikeya, Ganesha's brother. As you bend into the right leg, is it your left leg? Spin onto your left heel, and sit all the way towards your back heel. You can insert a block under your hips or under your left thigh. Bring your right fingertips to the floor beyond your right toes and open the left arm to the sky. Press arm into leg, leg into arm. He's the lord of the army of the militia. Rides the peacock, all the eyes. Push the right leg straight. Fold right down the middle. Just take a breath, take a beat. I really do feel like that pose in particular in regards to the yoga pose repertoire is dangerous. That's why I don't teach it a lot. Turn your left knee and toes out. So you gotta proceed with caution as a general would, right? It's a battle. There's a lot of complicated things happening here. Left knee and toes turn out. Spin onto your right heel. Sit slowly towards the heel in front. You have your blocks for support, either underneath your sitting bones. You could stack one block on top of the other for ultimate support. For those of you who are more open, I encourage you to place the block under the thigh and press the thigh into the block. Left fingertips come out past your left foot. As you open the right arm to the sky, press arm into leg, leg into arm for a belly breath. Try to keep that front heel on the ground, knee over the toes. Good, hands to the floor, push through the legs, fold right down the middle, both feet on the ground. Prasarita Padottanasana, in the forward fold, bow to the heart. Turn the left knee and toes through lunge. Take it back to downward facing dog, Skandasana. Can wag the hips from side to side. Claw the fingertips, pivot the heels to the right. and sweep the left arm overhead for a side crescent. You can always lower the bottom knee down, or you can step the top foot in front for more stability. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pivot both heels to the left and sweep the right arm overhead like your right fingertips are reaching for your left fingertips, hips high. Again, you can always step the top foot in front for more stability. You can lower the back knee down. Breathe into the side waistline like a crescent. Exhale for downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga or bypass. Inhale for cobra, cobra dog or up dog if you feel ready. Exhale to child's pose. Big toes touching, knees wide apart. Send your hips towards your heels as you bow to the earth. If this is in any way uncomfortable on your knees, hips, or feet, you can just lay on your belly in full pranam. And make of this a gesture, a bowing to the unconditional support of gravity, to the unconditional support that is the lap of Mother Earth, where we are all connected. Okay, sit back on the heels. I feel like we haven't done our hip flexor conditioning in a little while. Has anyone else been thinking about that? Has that been tormenting anyone? So we'll do our hip flexors, and then we'll come on to the back for bridge pose. So we'll strengthen and then stretch, and options from there once we make our way onto the back. So for our hip flexor strengthening, which we don't get a lot of in yoga, although we've done quite a bit already today. We're going to place a block on its lowest height outside the right leg. You can sit up on a blanket, a bolster, some support, so you don't feel like you're kind of dumping back or rounding back into your lower back. So sit up as high as you need and want, and some support. And you can bring fingertips to the floor or fingertips behind you, or the most challenging variation will probably be hands to heart center. Even I'm just thinking of it, maybe arms overhead. Quick tip, don't make it harder than it has to be. Some eternal wisdom. It's hard, it's gonna get harder. Don't make it harder than it has to be. Okay, so give yourself the support to really strengthen yourself deep inside. If you make it too hard, you're just gonna compensate somewhere else. That'll lead to injury. So the block outside the right shin, we'll tap the heel outside the block and then inside the block. Clear as mud? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Does that feel fair? Okay. Just take a moment to feel the difference from side to side. You okay? Second side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Anyone feel a difference from side to side? A little mother wound action today. Okay. We'll cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Slide, and you can lean back for this. Slide the left heel in. If that's a lot, you just stay right there. That's how I redeem myself. I hope everyone loves this pose. That's the pleaser. Walk the hips forward. Walk your hands forward. just as much as you can. You're driving here. We just want a hip opener. Call it like folding chair pose. You can keep it spacious or you could fold it in. You can stay still or sway a little bit. Just make sure you're really flexing that right foot. Sit up as tall as you can in the lower back. And then you'll scooch the left foot out and carefully shake it out to switch sides. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. You can stay right here, sit up tall. If you feel something here, be here. It's not about form. We're seeking actions that bring our awareness to a deeper place inside of ourselves, to an overlook spot, to light the unlit corners. So seek the actions that take you there rather than the forms that might take you out. So you can slide the heel in, scooch the hips forward, take it slow. Belly breath, if you want more, you bring the foot in or walk the hands forward or scooch the foot forward, just sort of folding yourself into yourself. Belly breathing. And scooch it back, extend it out, and undo, give it a shake. Let's come on to the back, and again, let's make sure that like your strap, your blocks, your massage balls are all within hand's reach. Take your time. Make sure as you lie back, you can reach everything you might need or want. Sort of know where your resources are. I would have brought it for you. Balls? I walked around with the balls, thought I checked every single. Yeah, I got you. There you go. Anyone else need massage balls? Okay. We're going to start by locating the blocks. Bend the legs. Feel your feet on the ground. Have both blocks within reach. Bend your elbows alongside the waist. Press the elbows down to lift the chest up and wriggle the shoulder blades in close together. Underneath you, press the center back of the skull down. And as you stand through the feet, lift your hips up. And I invite you to stack the blocks, one on top of the other underneath the sacrum. If the two blocks are not fitting under there, go for one block on its medium height. So one block on its medium height or two blocks stacked. If you're really, really open or tall, you might take one block on its lowest height with another block on its medium height on top. But you want to make sure it feels really stable. Assess the stability. Let the palms come to rest anywhere on the midsection in the supported bridge pose. Just got a vision of that bridge in Seattle. Does anyone know the name of it that sits on the water? It floats on the water. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Like for boats? No, it's a car bridge in Seattle that is literally on the water. It's amazing. It like floats and it moves, I guess. I didn't get a chance to drive over it, but next time. So it's a supported bridge. Allow yourself to kind of just float on the blocks and let the breath rise and fall in the palms of your hands. Now, if your top block is not flat, if you have like the top block on a 2nd degree height, let's take it flat. So you have two blocks stacked. I want it to feel really stable. And the blocks are right underneath your sacrum. So no part of your vertebra, the vertebra part of your spine, is touching the blocks. And we'll draw the knees right over the hips. Feet come off the floor. Flex the feet. Spread the toes. Again, palms can be anywhere on your midsection. The tendency is to pull the knees towards the chest. Can you just feel the knees right over the hips? And you can stay right there or extend your heels towards the sky. Flex the feet like collectively we're holding up the roof. If it helps, you can extend the arms long and hold the outer edges of your mat to wriggle the shoulders in a little deeper. And as you keep the left leg extending up, bend the right leg, heel to butt cheek. In slow motion, tap the ball of the right foot to the floor and ground through the right heel. Squeeze the right knee to the midline, and as you stand through the right foot, lift off the blocks. Chin lifted, throat open, eyes soft. Lower the hips down. Bend the right leg in, right knee meets the left knee, and extend the right leg up. Bend the left leg, heel to butt cheek, super slow motion. The left knee hugs the midline as the left toes tap the earth. Ground through the heel, squeeze the left knee to the midline, and then push, stand through the left leg, the left foot, so much the hips lift. And then lower the hips down, draw the left knee over the left hip, extend the left leg up. Bend the legs, heels towards the butt cheeks in super slow motion, legs as one. Zip lock them together, bring the big toe ball mounts to tap the earth. Then the inner heels, little toe ball mounts, outer heels. Stand through the legs to lift the hips and then lower the hips. Stand through the legs to lift the hips. Remove the top block. Remove the bottom block and lower your hips all the way to the floor. Let the shoulder blades come apart. Bring the feet, legs bent, bring the feet about as wide as the mat, and let the knees rest against each other at the midline. Arms down to the sides, out to the sides, or resting on the belly. Bring the feet together, find your strap. Take the strap around the ball of the right foot. Make your left leg long. Press the left heel, knee, and thigh into the ground. If you could even back off the right leg to get the left leg heavier and more grounded from the heel of the foot all the way through the back of the thigh. You can even imagine there was a block under your thigh and you're pressing the thigh into the block. Take both sides of the strap into the right hand in slow motion. Open the right leg out to the right. Head heavy, face soft. Belly breathing. The inhale draws the leg through center. Take both sides of the strap in the left hand. Roll on to the left side as the right leg traverses the midline all the way to the left. And from the left waistline, twist open and extend the right arm out to the side or down to the side. Press the left thigh back again as though there were a block right behind your thigh that you're pressing into. An invitation to bring your right hand to your outer right hip and press the hip towards your bottom foot, just to make more length and space through the right waistline. More space for more breath. Now here, rather than drawing the right leg all the way up to the midline, you're just going to release the strap and float the right leg down to the left leg as you roll onto your back. You can zhuzh it a little to bring yourself back towards neutral, and yet again, feel and notice the difference from side to side, if any. Notice perhaps the ways in which the physical practice of yoga holds you, nurtures you, feeds you so that you feel more stable, more grounded, and or lighter and more spacious. In what ways does your practice nurture you? Bend your legs, feet on the ground. Bend the left leg in, take the strap across the ball of the left foot. Let there be a softening in the shoulders, neck, throat, and jaw. And then extend the right leg out long. Back off the left leg a little bit so that the right leg can actually be heavier, more grounded. From deep inside the hip socket all the way down through the heel. Press the right heel down, the inner knee down. Imagine you're pressing the top of your thigh into a block underneath you. And then both sides of the strap into the left hand as you open the left leg out to the left. Belly breathing. On the inhale, draw the leg through center. Both sides of the strap come into the opposite hand, right hand, and the leg slowly traverses the midline, eventually rolling all the way onto your right side. You can release the left arm down to the side or out to the side. The bottom thigh, press it back, again, as though there were a block right behind your bottom thigh that you could press back into. Some of you, if your arms are long enough with your left fingertips, you might even be able to tap or touch the back of your bottom thigh and press your thigh into those fingertips. Keeping that, left hand finds the left hip and pull the left hip away from the rib cage. Track it towards the bottom foot. Belly breathing. And then rather than hoisting through center, no more heavy lifting, just release the strap and float the left leg down to the right leg, roll onto your back. Let the feet roll open. The arms can release down to the sides or rest on the body. We're just taking a moment here to feel, to notice the ways in which perhaps the weight of your being feels more grounded, more connected to the lap of the earth, more held in and by the lap of the earth. All the activity of our daily lives pulls us into the front body. So much of our physical practice is a returning to the center by leaning more into the back body. What can't be seen but can be felt and is always there, working so hard to hold us and support us at all costs. We're gonna reach for the balls, the massage balls. You can keep them in their totes. Bend the legs. Feet on the floor, like for bridge pose. And you're gonna stand through the feet to lift the hips up. Wriggle the shoulder blades into the upper back. And just try from here as best you can. This is a little different than we normally do, to place the balls underneath the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. If that's not happening, don't worry, I'll give another option. And if you can place the balls underneath the bottom tips of the shoulder blades there, then go ahead and lower the hips back to the floor. If that did not happen for you, you're gonna sit up a little bit, halfway sit up, and from the halfway sitting up place, guide the balls right into the bottom tips of the shoulder blades, like an arrow that points through the bottom of the heart. And then you'll lie back. So shoulders on the floor, hips on the floor, head heavy on the floor, face soft. And you can adjust, once you're kind of in the relative location, you can adjust by scooching your butt towards your feet or scooching your butt away from your feet. Does that make sense? You just want to find a sweet spot right in between the bottom tips of the shoulder blades as a general vicinity, not an exact point. Some area that for you indicates with tolerance and tenderness, the back bottom, that is the realm of the heart, the treasure trove of the heart, somewhere deep in the back bottom. Then we'll interlace the hands behind the head, cradle the head up into the hands. You'll lift the head and shoulders up. And then as you rest the head back, lift the hips up. And kind of like a cat-cow here with breath. As the hips come down, the head lifts up. As the head comes down, the hips lift up so that the heart is like the fulcrum, or I guess the massage balls are the fulcrum and the heart is the center from which you invite movement on the currents of the breath. And the next time the hips come down, keep the hips down, let the head release, let the hands release. Again, scooch as needed. It shouldn't take the breath away. If you need to move the balls a little higher or lower, you can sort of drive your placement in relationship to the massage balls with your feet, legs, and buttocks. You'll reach the arms towards the sky. Tip to the right, reach to the right, take a breath or two. Tip to the left, reach to the left, take a breath or two. Can move like seagrass or like arms on a clock, either more fluid or a little more structured, however it feels good to you. Let this feed you, nurture you in good taste. And if the taste or anything is too strong, just make little adjustments. Come to center. Again, just make any little adjustments, higher or lower, in between the shoulder blades at the back of the heart. And with the arms reaching towards the ceiling, we'll cross the arms. Just notice, take a note of which arm is in front or on top, and then wrap your arms around yourself, like you're giving yourself a grip as you rock slowly. Breathe into the massage. The source of infinite supreme love. Cross the other arm on top, wrap yourself. And gently adjust ways that naturally feel good. Tending to the heart. Of infinite supreme hold a lifetime of brokenness as well. And let those aspects deeper character that and virtuosity. Tend to the tender. Reach the arms up to the sky. Release the arms down to the sides. And carefully, you're going to just scooch your tush towards your heels. Walk your heels away from you and keep scooching forward like this until the balls are more near the tops of the shoulders. If you need to manually help with that, like my shirt just totally swallowed the balls, you can just take the balls out and manually replace them. Mine did something really weird. Anyone want to check this out? Is it called shibori or shibari? I'm like bound to the balls with chains. Okay, so we want to, there we go. We want to have the balls right at the tops of the shoulders, base of the neck, so you're not really laying on them anymore. They're right at the tops of the shoulders. This is where, like, just imagine the place where you carry the weight of the world. Or I've never done this, but now that I do strength training, I think sometimes they put that like long barbell thing right here, right there. Reach the arm straight up to the sky. Knees bent, feet on the floor. You'll stand through the feet to lift the hips up. And then again, drive, push. Stand through the legs to push your upper traps into the balls. Lift the chin a little bit so the throat is open. And then reach the left arm towards the floor overhead, just as much as feels appropriate. Left arm to the sky, right arm towards the floor overhead. Right arm to the sky. You can stay here or release or reach both arms towards the floor overhead. And push through the legs to roll the body into the balls. Release the arms, release the hips. Release the balls, and just take a moment to let yourself now drop even more deeply into the newfound spaciousness of the back body, as though your back body were like a hammock or a cradle holding you. The front body can soften into the support of the back body. The back body could soften into the support of the earth. Okay, find the balls. One last spot here. We're going to place the balls right underneath the skull. Just a little bit lower than the center back of the skull, somewhere between the base of the skull and the center back of the skull. And I like to keep my hands there to support the placement of the balls. Your elbows can point towards the sky, out to the sides, or release the elbows to the floor. If you have that kind of shoulder mobility, just hold the elbows where the shoulders are at ease. And then right there, you can nod your head yes. And nod your head no. These muscles work so hard to keep our head in line over our hearts, given the amount of time the head pulls forward of the whole rest of the skeleton. As you nod your head no to the left, pause right there, and on the left side of the no nod, do a yes nod. And then nod your head no to the right, and on the right side, nod yes. And nod your head no to the left, and on the left side, little circles. And then go the other direction with the circles. And back to center, nod your head no to the right, and on the right side, circles. And then the circles the other direction. And back to center, nod your head yes. And slow down the nodding of the head until it comes to stillness. Soften the jaw, the neck, the throat. Remove the balls and let the head be heavy in the lap of the earth. Let the brow soften, the jaw soften, all the muscles of the face soften. Scan your body here and now with your awareness to see if there's any other final poses, movements, or adjustments that you need or want to make in order to feel completely prepared to fully relax. Can add or remove layers. Take the time to add or remove props. Can let your hair down, even put glasses safely off to the side. On top of a block is a safe spot for your glasses. And really take the time as though you're swaddling yourself. You're preparing yourself to be put down to rest. You've nurtured yourself. You fed yourself through the practices of yoga. In some ways, conscious, subconscious, unconscious, you've changed yourself with the practices of yoga. You've swaddled yourself with your practices of yoga. You've nurtured yourself, you've wrapped yourself around yourself, this gift of life. And now you rest. And in the rest and digest, you absorb the nutrients of your practice, the self-nurturance. But the more well-fed, well-cared for you are, the more we have to feed and nurture those around us. We fill the cup, and the cup spills over, spills out. And we share this divine energy that fills us with those around us. And that energy returns back tenfold. Invite a deeper breath in and a longer breath out. As you deepen the breath, notice how naturally the breath, the gift of life, deepens you. The breath feeds the heart, ignites the heart, animates and enlivens the heart. And as the breath ignites the heart, the splendor of the indwelling light that is your heart informs, illuminates, inspires, feeds the faculty of your mind and the agency of the body. And here in this gift of conscious breathing embodiment, let the spirit that you are awaken the body that you have, gently wiggling fingers, toes, stretching through your arms and your legs. And as the spirit that you are awakens the body that you have, let this body that you have adorn and embrace, affirm, and protect the spirit that you are, literally wrapping yourself around yourself. for this is and you are truly the gift of life. When you're ready, bend your legs, feel both feet on the ground. Take a moment, a pause to call yourself down to earth. Take a breath, call yourself back to reality. Take a breath and take a moment to clearly visualize the ways in which you stretch yourself, these practices of yoga, into the activities of your daily life. In so doing, feeding those in the world around you with the greatest possible positive impact. Gently rolling to one side, press through strong arms. We'll make our way into a comfortable seated position with the eyes closed and the hands folded before the heart. An Anjali Mudra, and a gesture of sincere self-reverence that acknowledges and honors the voice of the Great Mother, never further than your own heart, which is never further than your own breath. This is the source of wisdom, supreme love, always present, intrinsically peaceful, utterly powerful and luminous in every heart. And it's a gesture that places this tender and ferocious aspect of ourselves before us as a guide and an offering in all we do. In so doing, bringing more beauty, more wisdom, more love and nurturance to those in the world around us. As you bow to your heart, with all my heart, I bow to every single one of you, to the voice of the Great Mother in each of you. Thank you for all that you are and all that you do every single day of this life. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being together again. And as always, thank you for all that you are and all that you do every single day out there in the world. And really so grateful to be here in our little yoga stable, supporting that in any way we can. Again, check out Sharing Excess. Zoe said that she'll stick around after for folks who have questions about volunteering and donating. And I'm really so grateful to the work that you're doing. And anything we can do to support that work, feeding others. We're doing Three Queens Bingo. If you're interested, you can grab a bingo and leave us a Google review. We prefer the good ones. We're into feedback. We just prefer the feedback come to us directly, and we'll do what we can. So Three Queens Bingo. And I forget what happens. Does anybody know what happens?
No, Erica's promoting it, but I forget.
Maybe you get like a free month of yoga or something. I'll find out, but it's fun either way, and you might win something cool as well. We have Pleasure is Medicine with an old friend of mine, Brittany, on Friday, May 29th, 7 to 9. We have Harmonious Healing Crystal Singing Bowl Sound Bath with Elizabeth on Sunday, May 17th at 6:30. We're doing our 2026 teacher training graduation classes on May 15th through May 17th, so check that out. And if you're around next weekend, Be Well Philly Fest is happening at Bach in South Philly. It's a whole day of like super fun, well-curated yoga and wellness events. I'll be there for a quick like 20-minute tension release party. My friend Sarah will be doing sound bath. It's a great lineup. I think there's like a Mother's Day special maybe happening now. Check that out. We're also at the Art Museum every Saturday morning at 9 through May. And our free classes at Ray Street Pier start over Memorial Day Monday. I think they go like all the way through Indigenous Peoples Day this year. Anyone else have any announcements here in class? Okay, thanks again, everyone. Thanks for coming. How'd it go the other day?
Oh, it was